This is the Gatekeepers Podcast with Billy Grove. Billy is an innovative leader in the industry who loves teaching others how to build quality fence. So kick back, grab a cold beverage, and get ready to talk about fence. Today's show is sponsored by Mr. Fence Academy, National Metal Industries, and J.C. Gurry. If you're looking to hit the next level in your fence company, check out Mr. Fence Academy. Real fencers, real job sites, real training equals real results. And now, live from the Mr. Fence Academy studios, here's your host, Billy Grove.
What is going on, everybody? Hello, world. Hey, guys. Hey, Fence fam, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. How's everybody doing on this wonderful Tuesday? I hope everybody's had a wonderful day, as I have. It was beautiful here in Pensacola, Florida. Super sunny, a little bit of wind. But yeah, man, so the overall past 2 weeks have been good. Sorry I didn't make it last week. We had a couple tornadoes touch down on our area right at the time of the podcast, so I was not leaving and crossing bridges and going to go do a podcast, so I stayed home. Hope you guys caught up on the Josh Clark sales episode. There were some major golden nuggets in that one, but yeah, man, super glad to be back. About to leave for the Mr. Fence Academy retreat in the morning, 5 a.m. Driving to Gatlinburg, be there till Monday. But look forward to some pre-recorded podcasts I'm going to piece together after I get back, probably on the way driving back, because I did not know it was an 8-hour drive. Thought it was like 6, to Nashville, but it's not. I got home tonight and the wife was like, "You know how long it is to Gatlinburg?" I was like, yeah, sure, like 6 hours. She's like, "No, try almost 9." I was like, It's gonna be a rough ride, but yeah, man, we'll be there tomorrow. Looking forward to it. It's my first time going to a retreat. Before I get too far down into my rabbit hole, I do have to mention my sponsors. Guys, we picked up 2 new sponsors this weekend. Been an active weekend. Did a lot of work on the computer. Lots of work on the computer this past weekend. But we'll get to that here shortly. First and foremost, Mr. Fence Academy. I got it right this time. If you're looking to up your fence company's game, whether it be business or install related, go check out MrFenceAcademy.com, www.MrFenceAcademy.com. National Metal Industries, guys, if you're looking for privacy slats, chain link material, vinyl, fence tools, go to NMIFence.com. And again, that is www.NMIFence.com. J.C. Gurry signs and decals. Let me get my camera to follow me. There we go. If you're on the fence about a fence sign, look no further. Go to www.jcgurry.com. Made in America, best signs on the market in the fence game and the security game, hands down. Welcome our 2 new sponsors, ProWeb Fencing, www.ProWeb Fencing. Guys, if you are a viewer or a listener, you will get an exclusive deal. Just let them know that the Gatekeepers podcast sent you. And I might hit the wrong app to pull it up. Sorry, guys. But that exclusive deal is a free redesign of your website before you sign. And then after you sign, 60% off for your first 2 months. Go hit them up, www.prowebfencing.com. Last but not least, Orlando Hinge Company, or better like known as the Swan Hinge, guys. If you're looking for a solution to an uphill swing gate where either you've got a double drive and one leaf is good, but the other leaf is going uphill, as a lot of these new build neighborhoods do because they build away from the homes, right? Look no further. www.swanhinge.com. I've used them personally and I freaking love them. Even if you have a client who is adamant about having a single gate that swings uphill, go get it. Go check it out. www.swanhinge.com. All right, guys. We are doing a giveaway tonight for a Cat 5 gate frame, courtesy of Mr. Jason Boehm, Cat 5 Gates, and I forget your Florida Fence Company. Guys, all you have to do is comment before I roll the first commercial. And during the commercials, I'm going to try my best to write everybody's name down, get it in the randomized generator, and then have a pick by the end of the show. We'll see how that works. We're just kind of going to roll with it. But man, getting to the show, guys, we got Mr. Cannon Johnson on from Jackson Fence, also now formerly Brand Builders, which is going to be another website and SEO company for fencers by fencers, guys. I'm really looking forward to this interview. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring him on screen. Oh man, my mouse was way up at the corner, bro. Sorry, I was going to go do that fast.
What's up, dude?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Man, living life, dude. Hey, great intro, man. You did a good job.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, man.
The audio thing you have at the beginning with the can, the beer cracking open or whatever. I guess it's a beer, or it's just something.
It's just a drink cracking open. I heard it. I was going.
Beverage. Cool stuff, man. Cool stuff.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. So all the stuff that you see, I have actually made myself. Whether it comes from the overlays, the episode teaser, like there's not like an actual producer besides the audio voiceovers, which I just can't do. But like all the work that goes into it is me. So man,
I figured having a podcast, all you did was talk for about 60 minutes a week. Is that not right?
No, not at all, brother. I spend normally I work Friday after I get off for a little bit till around dinner time, and then Saturday morning I wake up and I hit it hard, and then I finish what I got to do on Sunday. So I normally spend around 15 hours a week on it.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like lots of people are like, oh yeah, man, podcast must be cool. Go do your thing. I'm like, yeah, man, it's awesome, but it's a part-time job if I'm being serious.
Oh, it's a legitimate job. It is.
Yeah, absolutely. But how's your past week, man?
Dude, it's great, man. So today is the first day. I've actually got shorts on right now. And so if that can be a testament to like how good of a week it is, I got the cobwebs off the first pair of shorts that I wore, just out and about. So it's like 78 today is what it hit.
Really?
Freaking amazing.
Y'all are warmer than we are in Florida right now.
Hey, man, it ain't always that way. So let us have it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean,
the phones are ringing. You can tell like that first week of change, in the fence company, it's like, it's freaking here and it's coming and it's going to stay here for a little while. And I'm excited for that. So
same,
super excited.
Same. And yeah, man, my like coolest thing today was like, it was still sun was blazing. I looked down at my watch. I was like, oh, it's 4:45. I was like, feels odd to clean up while the sun's still ablazing. I was like, but this is the first week of time change, and I'm still getting used to, having 6 months of cleaning up in the dark.
Yeah.
So that was very nice. I went over to the guys and I was like, hey guys, it's time to clean up. They're like, really? I was like, Yeah, it's definitely 4:45. We got 30-minute drive back to the shop. We got about 20 minutes of cleanup to do. I was like, it's time to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, loving the days are getting longer. We're having a hard time kicking old man winter out of here, man. It's still 40 degrees in the morning, makes it up to like 72, 73, but that's just how it is in Florida, like at this time of year.
You just constantly have a hoodie in the back of your truck. I mean, that's
Constantly, man, constantly. Like you'll be freezing in the morning when you get there and you're saying what's up to everybody. And about 10 minutes when you get to the job site, you're like, all right, I'm taking this off. I'm going to put it on the hood because I'm probably going to need it in about 30 minutes because I'm going to get sweaty and then the wind's going to kick up and then I'm going to need it. But then after that, you're done with it for the day.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's.
Hey, but it's welcome. It's welcome to me, man. Bring it on. So bring on these 7 o'clock sunsets. I'll sign me up, bro. Sign me up.
Sir. Yes, sir, man. I love it that the days are getting longer, and I love that we're not going home in the dark, man. Because one thing that I don't like is going to work when it's dark and coming home when it's dark. That's not my favorite. Not my favorite. So.
Kind of depressing.
Yeah, right. All right, we're gonna get into a couple comments real fast, and then we're just gonna dive into it. So, first and foremost, Mr. Robert Evers, Two Smooth Operators podcast, guys. I love shouting people out, and every time you comment, I'm gonna shout you out, man. So, guys, go watch them. I believe they are on Sunday nights. What's going on? I will see you in about 24 hours. All right, we got brand builders in the house. Alex. Yes, it is. Look down there. It says Alex Harris is here. All right, what's going on, Alex? All right, we got Orlando Hinge Company, my newest sponsor. What is going on, Mr. Kevin Orlando? You are very welcome. Still have a lot of work to do on your stuff, man. Very excited about it. And of course, we got Alex saying that Alex is here watching. All right, guys. So, I wanted to get you on the show to talk to you because I've always actually wanted you, like as an interview, but just never was feeling like I was quite ready to like dive into that. Right. Cannon Johnson in the fence industry. Who is that?
Man, I'm that guy. I'm me. Who is Cannon Johnson? You put me on the spot with that one. Look, I'm the guy that kind of likes everybody. I'm the guy that wants to be friends with everybody. I'm the guy that I tend to know a lot of people in fence. Like the fence industry, I look at it as my friends. Like it's just this big bowl of friends, you know.
Right.
And I've always found that. And I always say like I'm like one of the luckiest guys in fence that there is because I've truly built some of like the coolest relationships that you can have. Like literally my best friends are in fence. My mentors are in fence. The people that I trust and lean on and need help from, they're all fence guys, you know? Right. So fence is my life. In fact, we had a podcast called My Fence Life, you know? That's kind of, to summarize it, this is, it's not just a job. It's not just a livelihood. It's not just a way of, making the ends meet. This is my life. This is what I plan to do for the rest of my life. And if I can, I'd like to have fun doing it, you know? Absolutely.
All right. Well, good, man. I had that one up my sleeve. I didn't put it in the show notes. But all right, man. So get us into your story into the fence industry and the story behind Jackson Fence.
Yeah, so I've told this story before. In 2016, that's where the Jackson Fence idea was born. And I'm working for Big Box America, Lowe's, and at Lowe's, what I'm doing is I'm managing a department or a service or whatever where we install fences, we install decks, roofs, siding. Like I literally wear the red vest. You know, I'm the Lowe's employee, not like some other person. Like I'm the person you might run into in the aisle, but I also run the exterior installations. And so I did that for about 5 or 6 years. I worked for Lowe's for 10 years. I learned a good bit about home improvement. But I learned a lot about contracting, and I learned a lot about people and overcoming problems, overcoming differences, and I guess sales as a whole, And so part of my job, though, because so I'm this guy that's in the middle, called a liaison. You got a salesperson here that sells stuff. You've got a group of guys here that install stuff, and you got a group of office people that manage stuff. And out of the three of them, somebody's going to mess it up every single time,
Right.
And so as the liaison, you're the guy that's in the middle that's usually taking all the heat, And so that's kind of where the idea of Jackson Fence come from. I was like, this sucks. I'm in the middle of all these people trying to solve everybody's problem and helping people. Like I like to help people today, and people tend to like Canon. And so I wear that on my sleeve. That's what works for me, is like be the guy that people like. That's my little thing. And when people are constantly mad at you and you're working your ass off, it gets old quick, right? And so I said, hey, I think I could do a better job than these people. And I knew at that time how to sell fence and how to contract fence. Never built fence, but I knew how to do those two things. And then the third thing I had to figure out was, how do I make the phone ring? And so I did what anybody probably would have done, is I used the name of the town that I was sitting in and the word fence and the word company, because I was like, what are people going to type in? Fence companies in Jackson. So I was like, well, I don't want to call it Fence Company in Jackson, so let's call it Jackson Fence Company. And so that's where the name come from. And we're not even in the town of Jackson. We're in a small town called Medina, outside of Jackson. And I hear it all the time. People say, why do you call it Jackson if you're not in Jackson? And I'm like, you don't understand making the phone ring, do you? That's why.
Right.
Jackson's the bigger town, and you don't want to take the name of a 3,000 person town. That's not what people are searching. Jackson is the anchor, so that's what people will generally type in. They know people from Jackson will come out to do work, but you're not going to type in fence companies in Medina where there's 3,500 people or whatever. So
small town, huh?
Yeah. So that's where Jackson Fence started in 2016. Funny thing is, like, we do brand builders now. It's a digital marketing company for fence guys. And that's really, when I look back at it, that's what I was in 2016. I was a digital marketing company, marketing fence, literally the first thing I did is I went and got a business license. And the second thing I did is I built a website, So I bought the domain, Jackson Fence Company, got on Google, bought a phone number, all that jazz. And I was like, I got to make the phone ring. And I didn't quit my job. I stayed on at Lowe's. And I waited till the phone rang a few times, and then I got out of the job. But that's where it all started, man. And somewhere along the way, I got really, really, really caught up in the whole fence building thing, and less focused on the digital marketing thing. And so kind of come full circle 8 years later, Alex Harris and I, we had this idea of like, hey, why don't we start a digital marketing company? I'm like, hey, we kind of already did. Why don't we just freaking do it for real?
Yeah. Absolutely. And that goes back into a couple episodes ago with John Tell Jackson, Mr. Uncle John. Branding yourself is huge, right?
Yeah.
So what are some of the takeaways that you've gotten from branding yourself?
Man, so here's the idea. You've got to be everywhere. That's if I could just summarize it in 2 words, those are 2 words, right? Be everywhere.
Right.
That would be my summary. And the other way I would say it too is you don't want people to question your identity or who you are. I find myself thinking a lot about weird stuff. Okay, so one of the things I think about is when you're driving and words pop by. If I look down at my desk and there's words on my desk, does your brain read the words, or do you force yourself to read the words? And if you force yourself, like, are you consciously telling yourself to read it, or do you just see it and read it? You know what I mean? I wonder You wondered this too, hadn't you?
Yeah.
Kind of like, you know, is the color blue that I see, if I had your eyeballs, would it actually be green? You know what I mean? I think about that kind of stuff too, right? So weird stuff.
I love it.
Yeah. But like, regardless of the answer or the reality is like, we don't want people to consciously think about who we are. Like, we want to walk into the room and people say, hey, that's Cannon. Hey, that's Billy. Hey, that's Jackson Fence. Hey, that's Mr. Fence. Hey, that's High Steel. That's Brand Builders. We want people to recognize it immediately. Yeah. And some of the ways that we do that is we create a constant or a continuous theme throughout everything. You know, for my fence company, Jackson Fence, a lot of people know I get people that compliment me a lot about our brand. I've always been complimented, and I'm one of those guys. I'm like, hey, look, if you tell me enough times, I'm not like a self-doubt kind of guy. I'm gonna eventually believe you, and I'm gonna say, hey, you're right. We did a good job with that, you know. And so our brand, it's real simple, man. It's white and blue, 2 colors, no more, no less. And white's not even a color, so really, when you buy stuff online, it's one color. Right. So it's really easy to freaking replicate and duplicate. And so we have fence signs that are white with blue words. Our trucks have always been white with blue words. Our yard signs are white with blue words. Like, it's always the freaking same. Everywhere you look, it looks the same. And then we started using like our little fence plate or our fence sign or whatever as like an alternate logo or whatever. Because what I learned is Jackson Fence can't always appear on white. Sometimes it has to appear on a color or whatever. And I'm like, I don't like that, because that blue word should always be on a white background. That's how everybody recognizes it. So how do we make it on a white background all the time? Well, let's just use the freaking sign as one of our alternate logos, and that way it's always on white, you know. There we go. Yeah, it's just a brand guideline kind of thing, man. Like, you want your stuff to look, feel the same. I said this the other day. I was like, you want your billboards to look like your trucks that look like the way you sound when you answer the phone.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that totally makes sense.
Yeah, so to me, that's a lot of fun, man. Just bringing that continuity together, and it's easy. It's easy. Like, a lot of times, man, people put their pride in the way of that consistency, because they're like, I like this design. I also like this design. I like this color. I like it. And then next thing you know, it's like, hey, I like 4 different logos. I got this logo with this design, and then this one with this one, and this. And it's just not consistent. You know what I mean? And so for me, one of the things has always been, we got to be consistent. We got to be loud. We got to be confident. And when we walk into the room, or when we pass you on the highway, we don't want you to think, should I read or what the truck says? We want you to just subconsciously know, oh, that was a Jackson Fence truck. Right. All right. What we seeing, Billy?
All right, so we got another commenter. Sorry, I'm trying to write down all of the names so that way I can put them in there. Jeff Sorensen. All right, I'm going to run to this real fast. So he says, I know you are aware there are specific people already in this space who cater specifically to the fence industry. Why did you feel there was a need for this with 2 or 3 people already doing this? And also, what makes you stand out or differ for them?
That's a fair question, man. Jeff, hey, so this is a passion for me. This is something that I enjoy. I have always, Billy asked me earlier, he said, hey, who is Cannon in the fence industry? I'm like, I'm the guy that likes everybody. And what do I like everybody for? I like to see them happy. I like to see them winning. I like to see them making money. I like to help them, And so this is an avenue that I truly believe that I'm able to give back. And help others and meet and continue my relationships with fence guys. And that's where the other options, there's way more than 2 or 3. First of all, like, there's another, I just learned of Fence Web.
Pro Web Fencing?
Yeah. I just learned of these people, right? So there's another one, you know what I mean? So there's at least half a dozen fence specific digital marketing companies, and there's probably more that we don't know about. I mean, that's the reality. And so these things are coming forward. But there's, I don't know how to answer his question, but like there's there's always somebody in the space. None of us are pioneers. Like I'm not a pioneer here.
Right.
And I also wasn't the first in my space when I started Jackson Fence. So there were also fence companies in our space. But I started a fence company. But I guess the reason why is we enjoy the challenge. We enjoy the opportunity that we're given to grow something from nothing. We enjoy the opportunity to increase our incomes and our families.
Right.
And I feel like as humans and entrepreneurs, what we're doing in life is we're learning, we're developing skills, we're meeting people, and then we're putting all those things together to chase the next thing. And that's what Brand Builders is.
There we go. Enough said right there, man. Good answer. Good answer. Not just that, but like SEO count or companies can't, do two like fence companies in the same market. So there's always a need for it.
Man, look at you, Billy. I didn't think about that. Yeah, there's
Always.
once the market's locked down, the market's locked down. No, that's a valid thing too. And then I'll say this too, Billy, man, for what it's worth. Man, I know a lot of fence guys that are sold a lot of expensive stuff. And Billy, you've run fence companies. It's not easy. And everywhere you look, somebody's out to get your money.
Oh, absolutely, man. And if you're in any of the fence groups, I'm sure you have gotten messages from people trying to sell you something, and it's just. In my opinion, it's kind of shady. For the most part, whenever you come into my message box and you do that, but there's a lot of people out there who have been duped by the wrong people. Just always do your research first, too.
Yeah, and if you're gonna buy, I feel obligated to be the person that gives you another option.
Right.
Because what if I can do something similar or better for you at a much lower cost? Isn't that worth a conversation?
Yeah, absolutely is. So for fencers by fencers is become a real hot beginning to things here lately, man.
We're like the blue fence here.
Yeah, right. What is your? So we all get it because the name says it, but like, just give some background on the whole for fencers by fencers. Like, we know what we want and blase.
Yeah. So to answer, I guess this is part of Jeff's question as well. Like where do we come in different, right?
Yeah.
Well, when you're working with us, first of all, I want to be very clear about this. We have a team. There's 6 of us. Well, counting Alex, there's 7 of us. I didn't count Alex. Sorry, homie. There's 7 of us in our Brand Builders organization. Okay. And I'm probably the very least knowledgeable when it comes to digital marketing,
actual tech stuff.
Yeah, man, it's not my thing. You know what I mean? It's not my thing. But what I do happen to know is this. I do happen to know fence. I do have compassion for people. I try to have a good ear. I do have a credit account with Master Halco and Stevens Pipe and Merchants Metals and all these people, And so when you send your money our way to represent your brand online, you're sending your money to somebody that's been there, that's done that. You're sending your money to somebody that's hit gas lines on a Friday afternoon and had to be that guy to call 811 again and say, hey, we got it.
Yeah, we found it.
Yeah, we need you guys to come out here at 5:30 p.m. on a Friday night when they should be going home. Like, I've been that guy, and anybody that's been building fence for any amount of time probably has similar stories to that. I've been the guy that's not had enough jobs on the board, and I'm panicked. I'm freaking worried about not next week, but like in 2 days. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I've been that guy. I've also been fortunate enough to be the guy that's saying, how do we do all this work? You know what I mean? So I've seen a lot of different situations in my short time of fence, but that's what makes us different, man. We're 2 fence guys that have a team of non-fence guy nerds that can bring things to life really, really fast.
Right.
And we're taking your money. And one of our big strategies, man, like one of the reasons this started was because we were paying one of those big ticket prices for web services. I was that guy too. And I started to recognize what I like to call a devaluation of SEO, right? At one point, you would Google anything, and then you're just listed with websites, right?
Right.
Now we're Googling, fence companies near Jackson, Tennessee. I get some sponsored ads. I get some more sponsored ads. Call them LSA, call them Google ads, whatever you want to call them. They're paid ads.
Yep.
And then I get this local listing, 1, 2, 3, sometimes 4. Then I get organic search results, right? And so what I've called this is the devaluation of SEO, saying no longer as being number one the most important thing, because number 1 is really like being number 9.
Yep.
You got 8 other freaking things ahead of you that you're hoping that people will get to. And so one of our strategies was, should we spend all this money on SEO, or should we back out and create some capital to put to some of those actual number 1 and number 2 spots? And that's what we've been doing. It's just as simple as that. Honestly, let's lower our website design cost so that we can create more money to go into those Google ad campaigns. And also, I say the devaluation of SEO, but it's also like an evolution of SEO, where the one thing I didn't mention on that Google search result was that very first thing. Sometimes if you type in the right type of question, is a Google AI overview, right? And so that's a big component, especially in the how-to space. So that's something that we're focused on as a company, is creating meaningful content, meaningful blog articles, meaningful paragraphs that Google's going to be able to use intelligently to give those AI overviews up at the top of their pages.
Yeah, man. And that's how I know I've always found something, because like you're right. Like, even as few years back, as 5 years ago, I was just typing in something with a 1-word thing into Google and just like searching that. But now, your searches and your prompts got to be a whole lot different. And I'm finding out whenever I get that little AI thing on Google, there's always the right answer right there. And it normally leads you to about 3-4 links down, and you click and you're perfect. But with that being said, we talked about this earlier, but I use AI a lot. I've gotten pretty good at it. You have to learn which prompts to use, or you're just going to get, the run-of-the-mill stuff. But play around with it, guys.
Yeah.
Use it to your advantage. It is literally a freaking giant computer. And it's pretty good, man. Once you get good with the prompts, man, it does me solid, man. I'll tell you that.
No, I dig it, man. I'm using it more and more and more, just as like general, like ChatGPT, just a general like search stuff. You know what I mean? Just
same.
Anything.
Same.
I'm gonna wipe my camera, man. I feel like it's got like a blur on it.
Go ahead. All right, guys, we are getting up to time for commercials. So I have all of the names who have commented for the giveaway. We're going to run the commercial. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
National Metal Industries, a family-owned business for 70-plus years, has grown to be recognized for their ability to deliver on not just privacy slats for fence, but all types of fence products. National Metal Industries has all the hardware and tools to get the fence professional in and out of their job with the most ease possible. You can count on National Metal Industries for the most convenient resources in fence products. Visit nmifence.com for more information. As we like to say, you can always pick it right at National. J.C. Gurry Signs and Decals has been a trusted name in the sign industry since 1949, with all manufacturing done in-house from start to finish right here in the USA. With 75 years in outdoor signage and roots dating back to the 1920s, J.C. Gurry specializes in durable, high-quality signs and decals. In-house screen printing since the 1970s ensures every product meets the highest standards. Visit jcgurry.com for more information. Every aluminum sign includes Mylar lamination at no extra cost, extending product life in tough outdoor conditions. For unmatched quality and longevity, visit jcgurry.com.
All right, guys, welcome back. Okay, so I have the list of names, and real quick, I'm going to run down my sponsor list and do my due diligence. And then after that, I'm going to text this list to my wife, and she's going to draw a name, and we're going to give away a Cat 5 gate frame at the end of the show. But guys, real quick, if you're looking to up the level of your fence company, whether it be business or installation wise or tools, tips, tricks, go check out www.mrfenceacademy.com. Solid shit, man. I'm an instructor. If you want to come down to Florida and learn how to build fence, come do it. Let's do it, man. I'm game. Guys, if you're in the market for privacy slats, chain link, vinyl, iron, nmifence.com. Go see Mr. Mike Levy when you're there and you make an order. Ask him to send you one of his mailers. They're cool ass shit. You'll get an idea from it. All right. Guys, fence signs. If you're on the fence about a fence sign, look no further than JC Gurry, www.jcgurry.com. Best fence signs on the market, hands down. ProWeb Fencing, www.prowebfencing.com. An exclusive offer just for our listeners and viewers. Tell them that the Gatekeepers Mike sent you. You'll get a free redesign of your website before signing a contract, and then once you sign, 60% off for the next 2 months. Orlando Hinge Company, or the Swan Hinge, guys. If you're looking for a hinge to make a gate swing uphill with no problems, look no further. www.swanhinge.com. Whew. Man, that's a mouthful, but hey, man, it gets the bills paid, right?
Dude, your cameraman is freaking all over the place.
Oh, no, man, it's an AI tracking camera.
That's wild.
So it's an Insta360 camera. So like, have you ever watched reels on Facebook of like the sports bikes, and you can like see a video from like behind them riding?
Yeah.
So that's what I use.
Wow.
So it completely tracks me for everywhere that I move and all that stuff. And it's pretty cool, man. I like it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Well, all right. So we're going to venture down my rabbit hole a little more. Did you go to Fence Tech?
I did, man. I did. Had a freaking huge time, bro.
How was it, man? You had a huge time?
I think it was great, man. Salt Lake City. It's a really fucking cool place. Can I say that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good. So look,
we haven't used the F word once. We can use it at least 4 more times.
Dude, it's freaking dope, man. So the whole skiing, the snowmobiling, the being out there in the mountains is my freaking jam, 100%.
Yeah.
And yeah, heck yeah, dude. And it was our first time too that we got to go as brand builders, and that was a lot of freaking fun too. So we met all kinds of people that had interest in us. In fact, we're still working through our laundry list of names
nice.
of people that we picked up while we were there. So
nice, man.
Yeah, so that's the hard part about running a fence company and a digital marketing company is you get back from fence tech and you're kind of behind, and you just bite away at it. And so, anyways, if you're in my queue waiting on me to call you, we don't have long to go, so you will hear from me this week for sure. So we've actually got 8 customers right now, man, which is freaking awesome because we just announced this January the 10th.
Yeah.
And January the 10th, I was like, I want to have 5. I want to have 5 customers this quarter, and we're at 8. So it's freaking fun, man. It's a lot funner than building fence. Can I say that?
Oh, dude, I bet it is, man. Trust me. I have a blast. Like I told you earlier that I had to like teach myself how to do like video editing and stuff. And I might have made it seem like I wasn't having fun, but trust me, I was definitely having fun.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's something new, it's something different. It's a different challenge.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I love challenges, and I'm pretty sure that most people in the fence industry love different challenges. So, that's where we can all like agree on. But yeah, man, I love that stuff. I love learning new things, and that's kind of my jam as well. But I saw you out there in a duck down vest with no shirt on skiing or snowboarding, whatever you were doing.
Well, and it was like 60 degrees, so it wasn't like
really?
I was in Superman. Yeah, it was just warm. Yeah, it was warm. And I think the other people that were skiing just didn't know what to do with their jacket. You know what I mean? So they kept it on.
You're like, well, I already bought this, so I'm gonna wear it now.
Yeah. They just freaking. It was awesome though, man. And Alex Harris, he kind of teaching me how to ski. They went 47 miles an hour one time. 47 miles an hour. That doesn't sound crazy. Maybe it does.
Oh no, it's fast.
Really fast.
Oh no, it's fast. That's
really
fast. When you're not in a vehicle, 47 miles an hour is pretty fast.
Mm. And you don't know how to stop. I didn't know how to stop. That's why I went so fast.
At least you didn't hit a tree though, right?
No trees.
Oh, well,
no
shit,
trees.
Man. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So moving forward into 2025, there's a bunch of fence events coming up. Are you going to be at any of them?
So we've got the fence show.
Okay, awesome.
Circled on our calendar, which is October, I think.
Yes.
But that's really the only other like major event that we have circled, man. Like I'm pretty committed to Jackson Fence right now too. So like I run a fence company, and probably my entire time in fence, I've gone to like a lot of different things, a lot of retreats, a lot of trainings, a lot of this and that. And I don't know. I've kind of decided that I'm going to do a couple of those things a year. And anything else I do, like leaving my town, will be with my wife and my kids, So that's kind of where I'm at right now in my life is I'd rather put my time there versus, sneaking out and going to different fence events.
And there's nothing wrong with that, man. Because, as we bring it down to a human level, like we're all humans at the end of the day. And, that's something that I struggle with as well, man, is, breaking away from my job or my fence life, or it's really my fence life, and it's a cold, hard truth. If you love this industry, it really is. And so spending time making those conscious choices to spend time with your family rather than your fence family is a very important one.
Yeah. And I've gone hard, man. Like Jackson Fence went really freaking hard in the first 8 years. And I'm just, I don't know if I'm burnt out. That's probably not the word. I got to a point where I realized, hey, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to work 14 hours a day and then spend my weekend also working. Like I need to find that balance, and I've tried to be a badass in my life and listen to people. As a podcaster, Andy Frisella, he always says there is no balance between, work and life. Like that's bullshit, man. Like listen to yourself, listen to your heart, listen to your soul, and do what you want to do. I've built a pretty good life that I'm proud of. I plan on enjoying it. So.
Oh yeah. All right, we're gonna get to a couple comments that we haven't gotten to. This is an old question. Chance Roy says, "Is that affordable price just to get companies in the door, or is this going to be a staple to the business to stay affordable?" Seems you guys push that a lot.
What do you think, Chance? I mean, we're not. No, it's not a bait and switch, Chance. No.
Right. Next. All right. Mr. Craig Eubanks in the house. He says, "And you guys are pretty good humans. Thank you, sir."
Yeah, thanks, bro.
All right. Susan K. Worley. "Hey, girl." "Hey, y'all." All right. Look at that, man. We got Mr. Shane Catton in the house as well. He says, "What's up, boys? Cannon and Alex getting it done." All right. Craig says, "Indy 2026 Fence Tech." I think I'll got that one.
That'd be fun.
Oh, yep. Shane says, "Facts." All right. Well, with that said, you got any closing thoughts for us there, sir? We're coming up on time, and my stomach's growling.
No, I hear you, man. I don't think so. I guess I would encourage anybody that's interested to learn more about brand builders to visit gobrandbuilders.com. We've got a little form on our website. You can fill that out just to say, "Hey, I'm interested." And we'll call you. We'll talk to you. We will keep it discreet and have that conversation, see what we can do for you, see how we can help your company win. So just to underscore everything, I'm enjoying life. I'm having a lot of fun. I want to be your friend. I want to help you win. And if we can work together, I'd appreciate it.
Heck yeah, man. Well, hey, dude, thank you so much for taking time out of your night and out of your family life to come on the show. I look forward to seeing you in October. Going to be a fun time at the Fence Show as always. But man, once again, thank you so much for coming on the show. Brother, you have a wonderful night, all right?
Hey, thanks, Billy. See you guys.
Thank you, sir. All right, guys. It's going to be the end of the show for the night. Wonderful show. Like I said, go check out the sponsor list. Pretty good sponsor list. It's in the description below. Got some good offers in there. Good game changers, Mr. Fence Academy, JC Gurry. We got National Metal Industries, Pro Web Fencing, and Swan Hinge Company. Guys, go check out all of that. Wonderful products, and I've used all of them. So I don't just take sponsors if I haven't used them. You'll have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. I'll see y'all next Tuesday, and be prepared. I'm going to be dropping some pre-recorded videos of interviews live at the Fence Retreat. Y'all have a wonderful Tuesday. See y'all next week.